I was talking to someone the other day, and she shared with me how much she finds herself in the over worrying domain nearly 100% of her time. It made me think about tips and the way that I help my own clients recognize when they're doing over worrying and some things that they can do about it. And so I wanted to share it with you in case you resonate with the over worrying trait. So, say for example, you have a job interview and you're really excited about it and you're really looking forward to it, but you're also really very nervous and very much worrying, right? That's what we're talking about. So, the first tip that I have for you is to ask yourself this very simple question: on a scale of 1 to 10, where is my confidence right now? So, at the moment, we're not looking at how worried you are, but it's really about how much confidence you already have. So, say you tell me I am at 4 out of 10, and you already start judging yourself, right? Oh, it's only 4 out of 10, and you're immediately connecting to how low this number is. What I want to show you is that actually 4 out of 10 means that you already have a scale of 4 that is already confident. It means that you already have something in mind, or that you know how to do it. You already have 4 points in the confidence scale. So the question to ask yourself is, what do I need to do now to make it into a 6, for example? And all of a sudden, just this very simple question helps you to think, actually, not only it's only 4 out of 10, it helps you to open it up and say, what do I need now? What is one thing I can do now that will help me to change it, or to bring up more confidence? So then you start thinking about things like, maybe I need to read more about the company, or maybe I need to um, practice my interview questions. Maybe I need to go and talk to someone that I know that has been in this company. And all of a sudden, because you're now looking at your possibilities and opportunities, you think, actually, yes, once I've done that, my confidence will grow. And then, of course, you repeat it. So now I ask you again, how confident are you? And you will say, oh, I'm 6 out of 10. That's awesome. You already got 6 points of confidence under you. What would it look like if you brought it up to 8? And now you're thinking again, I've already got all of these things. What can I do now? And maybe it is about, maybe it's about visualizations or meditation, or maybe really to, look at your breathing and your grounding, or maybe it's, again, do more practice with interview questions. The answers are endless, but this is the point, that once you've identified your percentage, you can measure it. If you can measure it, you can change it. So that was tip number one. The second tip is slightly similar, actually, but also slightly different. So this time I want you to imagine that you have a circle, and this is a circle of 100%. And the question now is to say, out of this 100%, what percentage is my worry? So now we want to identify how much worry you have in your circle. The woman I was talking to the other day, she was sharing with me that she was worrying 70%. It means that at every moment, at any given moment, she was 70% into the worrying. What it really means is that she is blinded by the worry. She's not able to concentrate about all the good things that she's already got. She can't separate between what she needs to do and how much worrying she's doing. When she identified that she's worrying 70%, now she can start having a different kind of conversation with herself. She can start saying, okay, so 70% worry, it means that as soon as I think about something, I worry about it so much that I can't see the opportunities. What is another thing that I can do? And all of a sudden, we are starting to talk about things like, I can count to 3 before I react, and I can start saying, okay, I understand that I'm worrying. Maybe I can find 3 things that I'm already doing really well. Maybe I can bring in some gratitude, because when we notice the good things around us, we are able to connect with opportunities and abundance, rather than fears and worries. It's all about having that conversation with yourself about recognizing how you are showing up to the topic in question. What I was saying to this wonderful woman is that she is so worrying about what if. What will happen if I do this? What will happen if I don't do this? What will happen if I fail? What happens? She has so many questions that she's asking herself that she's unable to say, actually, I can park this and get on with my, the job at hand. So it's all about bringing the fears and the worries into your conscious awareness, so then you can actually see what works, what doesn't work, where you're paying your attention, what are you scared of. These kind of conversations are very helpful to help you to see things from a different perspective. The other tip that I have to share with you today is about another question, which is, where are you? Are you in the domain of the worry, or are you in the domain of the solution? Again, the question of, for example, that job interview that you might have, if you are in the worry domain, it means that you will be sitting there and you will be sulking, and you will be seeing everything, all the worst possible situations and scenarios, and you will just bring into this to your plate, in a sense, why you're not good enough, why this is too difficult, why this is so hard, why it's unfair, why you don't have enough time, why, you're constantly bringing in the worries, the unfairness, the injustice, the basically the victimhood. That means that you all only sitting here thinking, this is happening to me and I have no control over what is going on. On the other hand, if you are in the solution domain, which is what I'm actually encouraging you to do, is to start thinking slightly differently. And then you say, okay, I know how I feel. I have that feeling of fear and worry, panic, anxiety. I know that. But now let's look at what I already have, what can go right. And then you say, actually, if I'm too much in the worry, say in an hour, I allow myself to do 70% of worries, it means that really I have no time to get on with the things I can do. So now it's a question of starting to unpack all of these things. What can you already do? Like we said, maybe it's about practicing interview techniques. Maybe it's about registering somewhere that you will, someone will help you to ask you the questions. So it's a mock interview type thing. Maybe it's about asking yourself the questions, why do I want this job? What is attracting me about this job? Is it just the money? Is it just the title? Or is it something that is actually, appeals to my values? So you're able to start thinking about things that are more constructive for you. So the question is, why is this happening for me? And again, it helps you to bring in ideas and possibilities that you haven't thought about before. So, really, what we're doing with all of these three tips is to recognize that there is another option. Number one, you were 4 out of 10. It means that you already got something that is good, and now we are building on top of that. So, helping you progress to as close to 10 out of 10 as you can. The second one was about the percentage. If you recognize that you're 70% worry, 80% worry, whatever the number is, you can start understanding how much of your any given moment, how much of that you are spending worrying, instead of saying, right, I'm going to park the worry and I'm just going to get on and do it. Another sub tip for this one is to say, actually, even if I'm super worried and like my anxiety is at top levels, I can say to myself, I'm going to take 25 minutes and I'm just going to put my head down and I'm going to get on with it. For 25 minutes, you can concentrate on pretty much anything and whatever you need to do. So this helps you to put a gap and some space between the worries and what you need to do. So with the last tip that I shared, which was really to ask yourself, first of all, identify for yourself, where are you? Are you in the worry or are you in the solution? If you are in the worry, which is where I suspect that you probably are, start thinking, how can I move into the solutions? Because that's where all of the possibilities are. And actually, it makes you feel lighter. So these are the three tips that I wanted to share with you. My name is Einav Avni. I'm a confidence and empowerment coach. I mainly work with people to help them identify the negative self-talk and limiting beliefs that are holding them back, and then helping them create the confident, amazing, incredible lives that they want for themselves. If these tips were helpful, share, like, subscribe, all of that. Comment, let's have a conversation. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful, worry-free day. See you soon.